Hello everybody, this is Lemore Weber and I am here with Faber-Castell Design Memory Craft, and today we are going to play with the brand new City Brights kit. So why don't we go ahead and get started. I'll open it up and you'll see all this wonderful stuff. Can you believe I'm already dirty? I'm not even sure how that happened. So much product in this, it's pretty awesome. So, and in the back you can see everything that's kind of in it, which is pretty fantastical. So let's go ahead and move that out of the way. And first of all, what's really cool is that it comes with this fun little, I guess it's not instructions per se. Well, I guess they're kind of like techniques, I guess you could say. So if you're brand new to this, then this is certainly, especially to mixed media, this will certainly give you a little how-to, which is pretty fun. So, and lots of little fun examples there, which is pretty nice. Cool. Is the camera facing the right way? Is it? I hope so. Or are you seeing this upside down? I feel like you're seeing this upside down. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Anyways, let me know. And then what else do we have? It is upside down? Okay, just a second. Let's switch this puppy up. I thought so, but I was like, no, it's not, it's not. So let's do it this way. Look at that. Oh, 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 it's magic. How's that? Is that better? There we go. All right, so you can see it better right now, right? I've got, let me turn on this other light as well. Okay, lots of lights in this joint. All right, so let me show you this again, just so that you can see it a little bit better, but it's got these fun little techniques, and it's got it in several different languages. It's in French and in French, I think that's it, or in Spanish, so pretty awesome stuff, right? Yeah, I'm no longer upside down. Isn't that awesome? And let's see what else we've got in here. So what's really cool is that you get our brand new textures, which is fantastic. I will pull all of these out and out of the way. Perfect. So first of all, you get, this is cement, which is pretty awesome. We'll play with it today. It cannot still be upside down. It's not, because I can see it. Refresh, and then maybe it'll be okay. So it's kind of like this sand and gel-like texture, which is pretty fun. And then we've got Asphalt, which is more of like a black type sand, okay, with gel. And when it's dry, it's significantly darker. I'll show you on here, right? You can see it's quite dark, which is pretty fun. And then it comes with these guys, which are, they say, gloss texture gels. That's what they call them. But they're kind of like this really fun paint. And they're really bright and fun, and they have a nice translucency to them. They're not opaque, which is pretty fun. And then what's cool, it comes with this little knife. Yeah, the colors are fabulous. It comes with a ring, which is fabulous for the little book. And I will show you. It comes with 3 different stencils, which is pretty fun. I love this one. Looks like I don't know, like a map, like a grid of some sort. It's got these really fun birds, and then the like the buildings, right, which is fun. And then it comes with, this is really cool. It's one of those, I'm going to put it behind a white piece so you can see. Isn't that cool? we'll play with this one today. So you remove the plastic so that it becomes more see-through. Right now it's got that white film on it, but it's got a protective thing on it. This one's really fun. We'll play with that. It's got this fun embossed piece on there, but we'll play with that in a moment. It's got this really nice and thin, it's not quite a tissue paper because it's a little bit thicker than a tissue paper. Does it, let's see if it what does it call it in here? Does it actually say paper mache, I guess? Yeah, some sort of paper mache, texture urban paper. I don't know. Anyway, it's thin enough that you can do some fun decoupage with it. And it's got this really cool map. Love this one. And it's not a vellum though. A vellum, it's different. It's a bit more paper mache like. Look at this one. How fun is that? And it already comes with the cars that are colored. So I'm guessing it's like New York. It's got this fun, I guess it's a sidewalk, if you will. And then this brick one, which is pretty nice as well. And of course, there's no reason why you can't actually use the backside of them as well. So that's kind of nice. Yeah. So we shall play with that. So what we're going to do today is, I'm missing a couple for some reason. They just disappeared on me. Maybe one. I'm missing one. I'm missing the sidewalk somewhere. But anyhow, we're going to create these really fun pieces. And what I am going to do is I'm also going to use, let's see here. I'm going to use maybe one or two of, these are the brand new stencils that we just released. And this one's called Mixed Media Stencils. But there's so many on the bottom here that you can see. They're all different sayings. They're way too much fun. You can kind of see them. They're way too much fun. So we'll be playing with some of those today as well. And that's about it. And I will show you how awesome this little kit is. So let's go ahead and get started. And the first one that I think I'm going to make is this one right here. So to make this one right there, should we use different colors for fun? I think we should. I think we should. Why not? And what I did use that's not in this kit is I did use some gelatos. So hopefully you all have some. And if you don't, you must run out and get some. So let me grab some. All right. So I know we've got enough gelatos to last us all a lifetime. Surprisingly though, Limor goes through gelatos like water because I use them like crazy. I really do. You guys know that already. It's not news, is it? It's not news. So I've got a variety here. So let's do something totally different. Let's use some green. So this one is green and yellow and maybe some double scoops as well. Let's use this guy. And I don't know, maybe this guy. Why not? Those are some fun colors, right? Nice and bright. They kind of match that, you know, that brightness of these guys. So let's start with this pink one. And this one, it's almost done, see? It's, this one is called Bubblegum. So I'm just going to go ahead, and this is not primed at all, by the way. My surface is not primed. I did not prime it ahead of time. Sorry, I thought there was somebody in my room. And this is embossed, so I'm kind of leaving it be. I don't know if you guys can kind of see that. See how it's embossed? Okay. And because it's not primed, I just want to ensure that I'm really pressing hard on this. Because if I don't, it's going to be a little bit hard for me to blend. So I'm just going nice and hard. Plus, I'm going to do a fun little technique here in a moment too, and it requires me having quite a bit of gelato on the page. And if you don't like to get your fingers dirty, you know, this isn't the show for you. And now the way that I like to blend my gelatos is always in a circular motion. Always, always, always. They blend so much better than when you start to go up and down. Okay. Look at that color. Like seriously, it is amazing. And then just around the edges of the circle, I'm just going very light. I don't mind if I get a little bit on there, but I'm trying not to totally cover it up. I'm just kind of going in a circular motion, just like so. And I know on camera it's showing up significantly darker, but it's very neon. Can you see that? It's very, very neon. It is a beautiful color. It's not as dark as it's showing up on camera, but that's okay. And I need my cloths. Here we go. Got my cloths in my hand. I was telling everybody earlier that I don't like to use baby wipes anymore, so I'm kind of resorting to cloths, but we'll see how that ends up by the end of the show. And next, let's do some green because it's a really nice contrast. And so I'm just very kind of lightly going around where the embossed part sort of starts, just like so. And then this one's like almost done, this poor gelato. What I love about the new gelatos, you guys, is you can actually see when you're done, so you can run out and get some new ones. So I do really love that. And what I like about this orange and the green is that it's going to turn kind of brown around the edges. So it'll give me kind of a different color, which I like. And then let's use a little bit of yellow in the middle. And the colors I'm using, sorry, are mango. This is lime. And what did I use previously? I think I used bubble gum. And then this is banana. Okay. So just kind of get in there. Just like so. And then of course, as you know, clean your fingers in between colors and very lightly blend so that this beautiful raised embossed piece starts to kind of pop through. And I want it just a little bit darker. So I'm going to go back in and I'll pop it up in the camera here in a minute so that you can see it a little bit better. There we go. And not so much in circular motion just because try not to get it everywhere. But let me just pop it up for a minute so you can kind of see how fun is that. And then I'm going to go ahead and do the same with the orange. And it just kind of picks up all those, all the raised edges. And I'm just going to go in with a little bit of the banana. Just like so. Perfect. And just a little bit more of the green. Just get kind of those edges in there. There we go. Fabulous. All right. Now, I do want it to pop a little bit more. First of all, around the edges here, I want to go in with a little bit more of my bubble gum, just to clean it up a little bit. And I'm actually okay if some of it turns a bit brownish because it kind of gives it a cool halo type effect, and we kind of want that. This is a really fun kind of art journal-y type of kit to have, especially if you're kind of new. I mean, you don't need to be new, but it certainly is helpful for when you're first getting started in mixed media. It's one of those fun little kits. And what else? Let's do a little bit more of the orange. I know I'm getting carried away being a little bit of a perfectionist, but you know what? I just like to. I just like to. There we go. That's better. So much better. I love that. Is there a brighter yellow? Let's see what yellow. What is this? This is margarita. Oh, I love margarita mix. Let's get some margarita mix in there. There we go. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take something that is going to make some of those raised pieces pop, such as a black one. And this is licorice. So I'm very, very lightly, like very, very lightly, going to kind of graze my black on this and very slowly kind of pick up some of those raised little edges that are on there. I don't want to go too hard because it won't pick it up. Otherwise, it'll just kind of get it really messy. Okay, can you kind of see how it's picking up all those edges just like it did right here? Okay, so very, very lightly. Perfect. I don't want to do too much, and you don't want to blend it because if you blend it, it's going to turn all into black. Right? So really fun like that. Now the next thing that I'm going to do is I am going to take the lovely stencil. This, I love this size, you guys. Is it not just awesome? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit of water. I'm going to take a little bit of water, and I just wanted to get it on there. Spray a little bit of water, and then take my lovely cloth and just remove some of that color. And then you get this fabulous pattern. Okay, so I'm going to do that again. Not too much. Don't go crazy on the water. Okay. Just like so. How fun is that? You can't see it as much on this one. I mean, you can kind of see it there. I don't know. I just think it just depends on the color, really. And then a little bit right here. And one of the things, I kind of always say this in my classes, but not everybody gets to take my classes, obviously. But because these are cardboard and they're essentially recyclable, what you can do is you can take some gel medium and slap them on with some gel medium on both sides, and obviously wait for it to dry, and then you can reuse them over and over and over, because you can just take a baby wipe or whatever you want to kind of clean them off, right? As long as you don't stick them in, you know, a sink full of water or something, then you should be okay. All right, so how fun is that? And in order to make the smile, I grabbed one of our new stencils, and I will grab it. I've got a couple packages here. So, but we could use something. We could say hello. We could say bonjour. Why don't we do that? Just for fun. We could. Let's see what else is there. Oh, so there's smile. I found it. It wasn't that hard to find. So let's put smile. Which way did we have it? We had it this way. Just like so. So I love black because I think it just pops. So we're going to use black. And this is licorice. And the way to do this is you just apply a little bit like so. Okay, just like that. Don't have to put a ton on there. Okay, just like this. And you're going to be like, what? But I can't get it right through the stencil. Don't worry, relax. You'll see in just a second. Okay, just like that, right? Then because gelatos are so blendable, we're going to take whatever is on there and we're going to blend it right out. It's kind of the beauty of gelatos. Just like so. Look how much pigment there is. It's like, I swear, it's like a pure pigment stick. That's what I love. They're so versatile. I just love them so, so much. And I know that the gelatos are not in this kit, but you can't not include them when you're playing. Look at that. How poppin' is that? Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. All right, so I'm going to put these off to the side and clean my black finger off. There we go. And we are going to take, let's put this away so that there's not stuff everywhere like the usual more. You guys know I am a messy, messy creator, right? And what we're going to do is we're going to take these guys. Let's take a blue one since we haven't used a blue. And we're going to kind of go around it, but it doesn't have to be as precise as you think. Okay, just like so. I'm just kind of starting it off. And then just like that. And I'm kind of getting the edges. It doesn't, like I said, I'm not getting the whole thing. I'm just kind of doing almost like a sketch style outline of this. Don't worry if you get globs. I did that on here too, and it looks really, really cool. Okay. can tend to come out just a tiny bit globby, so it's not, you know, it makes great little dots, but it's a little bit more challenging for outlining. So as long as you are not a perfectionist, this is perfect. And art journaling isn't about perfection anyway. There we go. Just like that. It's like graffiti sketchy. All right. There we go. Almost done. As you can see, I'm not doing it kind of everywhere. I'm just outlining it just a little bit, just for a little bit of pop color. There we go. All right. Fabulous. Okay, just like that. Fun, fun, fun. So we're gonna let that sit and dry, and that's pretty much your piece. Now, what I did do around here to make it a little bit more sketchy, I just took the Stampers Big Brush pen, and can you tell I use this in a class because they're numbered? Look at they're all. This one's like so beat up. This poor guy. Let's use it. Let's use a newer one. This one's much nicer. And then all I did is I just kind of sketched along the way. Okay. But because of the gelato, you got to watch the tip because it's a gel, so sometimes it doesn't dry it out, but it does. The Stampers Big Brush pen don't work as great on top of the gelato. There we go. Okay, so just kind of sketchy, just like so, and I just kind of clean off the edges when I am done. Okay, so just like that. Number one is complete. We'll put that off to the side. Like I said, let it dry, and let's get on with the next one. And the next one we're going to create is this one right here. This one's kind of fun. Which one is it? It's the map. I need the map. So we're going to work with some of these colors, okay? And we're going to need a brush, a couple brushes, several brushes. And I'm going to pull those up, just like so. And let's start with the pink. Okay. So we're gonna apply it just like paint, just about right there, just like so. And then we're going to use a little bit of yellow on there. Probably like, what are you doing? Don't you worry. A little bit of the green. And then a little bit, whoops, I unscrewed it. Oopsie daisy, there's the black that I had on there, and there we go, a little bit of the blue. All right, just like so. And I'm going to kind of switch brushes around so that they don't totally get contaminated. And you can see that the paint is kind of, it's got this fun transparency to it. It's not totally opaque. So what's cool about it is that you can still see the map underneath. And I know that on camera, for some odd reason, the color doesn't show up as neon. But I promise you it is. And I'm just kind of cleaning it off on my mat. I can always pick up a little bit more of that. But what I like is with the yellow and the pink, I can now make an orange, which is what I'm doing here right now. I'm kind of almost mixing it onto my map. You see that? Can you see the orange? There we go. Okay. Just like so. And I'm just kind of taking some of it off so that I can continue blending. And I will always bring it kind of back in. Just like so. It's okay if I get blue on there. Just kind of playing and getting it blended out, ironed out, and thin. You want kind of thin. I put quite a bit on there. Sorry, the camera's not picking it up because of the light, because it's wet. It is. It's street graffiti for sure. Sorry, I'm trying to read the chat and paint at the same time. So forgive me if I'm quiet there for a second. You forgot this was on tonight? Well, I'm glad you're here. Okay, and see how I'm taking quite a bit of it off. When I was doing this the first time to create it for the show, I had a little jar with me, and I kind of put the excess in a little jar, and I used it in another project a couple days later. So you can certainly do that too. So don't feel like you're wasting it if you put too much, which is kind of cool. So there we go. How fun is that? Isn't that nice? And then you can kind of drag it. It's kind of like playing with acrylic paints. And you guys know that's what I am, an acrylic painter. So it's kind of like totally right up my alley here. Right up Lemore's alley. Beautiful. I'm going to go ahead and take a heat gun and just heat this up. Okay, let me just grab it from here. Any questions so far? So far? Can you kind of see it? It's fun, isn't it? They are so pretty. And this paint is exclusive to this kit, just so you guys know. Excuse me. It's not actually shimmery, it's just wet. They are a translucent paint. Yeah, there's no shimmer to them. Maybe on camera it shows up that way, but I promise you they're not. Any other questions? Are they matte? They're probably like a semi-gloss. Let's see, let me look at the dry one here. I would say it's a semi-gloss. Yeah, not totally matte. Certainly, yeah. Yeah, once it's dry, it looks pretty dry. Aw, thank you. My life is a little bit more, and people ask me, where am I? Where am I? I'm teaching a ton overseas, as you guys know, and you know, just doing lots of different things, lots of teaching, lots and lots of teaching, lots of creations, lots of design work. Um, you know, I'm just, my life is busy. My children, my just everything. I don't know. I don't know. Just doing lots of different fun projects that obviously I can't talk about right now, which is why I'm struggling to tell you what I'm doing. But lots of fun things coming your way for sure. This part right here is a little bit wet. I'm going to leave it that way because I'm going to go ahead and re-wet this here in a second. I'm going to take this guy, and this is really fun. I'm going to take Memories. I'm going to cut this out, this really thin one, just like so. And cut it as straight as I can. I never know. I never cut straight. I'm terrible. Okay, Travel and Discover is the ones that I used. So let's use those again. Okay, just like that. Perfect. And what did I say? Travel. Fabulous. All right. There's those, guys. What's really cool about these paints, you guys, that I discovered is they're the best glue ever. Like, no joke, they're the best glue. So if you have some left over and you still need to put them down, just go ahead and put some of the paint behind your sheet, and you will be able to glue them down. They're kind of like, they must have like some sort of gel medium in them or something. So, which acrylic paint kind of does, has some sort of polymer, right? So it is the best glue ever. So we're just going to go ahead and just kind of line it up right there. And what's nice is I can just go ahead and go right over it, and you won't be able to see it. How cool is that? And let's do Discover. We'll use a little bit of the yellow. And pick that up. Oops. There we go. And put that down right there. And then I'm just going to go right over the top. See, and you guys can't even tell. How cool. And then we'll use Travel, and we'll use a little bit of the green that was left over since it is green. Jordy! My friend Jordy is on here. Oh, I miss you. All right, there we go. Fabuloso. How's that? Awesome, right? Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. And then we can go ahead and take these. Oh, actually, before we do that, before we do that, we are going to take our brand new mediums. This one's called Asphalt, just like so. And we're going to take our knife that comes in this little kit and just softening this up just a tiny bit. Whoops, because it's in the jar. Just a second here. All right. Just scoop some out. Looks like, I'm not going to tell you what it looks like. All right, and we will go ahead and add it right here. But something that I want to show you, this fun little trick. If you look, this doesn't actually fit all the way. You can see there's some extra ones on either side, so I will show you how to make it the entire length. So first of all, what you want to do is you definitely don't want to start in the middle, which I did right here, but you want to start right at the edge, okay? And you want to go all the way down. Kind of want to have it literally right at the edge, because otherwise this is not going to work. And you're going to take, I'm going to use actually the palette knife just because I have one right here and I find it a little bit easier to work with. Oh, and I have a little bit of black gelato on there, which is fine because the asphalt is black anyway. So okay. Just like so. And just applying it. I don't want it too thick. Okay. And then I will go ahead and lift. Whoops, this is still a little bit wet. Just like so. Okay. I'll clean that up in just a second. And then maybe we'll use some of the bottom ones just because they're a little bit different. And we'll put that one in there. Whoops. And lift it. Because it's got like thicker granular pieces, you just have to be a little bit more careful. There we go. And so with the knife, I just went in and I cleaned it up a little bit. Just kind of some of the edges. Because it's hard. Stenciling with a gritty texture isn't always like the easiest. So you may have to clean it up just a tiny bit like I'm doing right now. But it's actually really easy to clean it up. So just adding a little bit on there. Just like so. It's like molding. We're molding it. We're giving it texture. Just like that. Okay. Pretty, hey? And we will go ahead and take our heat gun. I'm going to put this in the water and throw this little bit out. Just like so. We'll take our heat gun. I agree. The contrast is awesome. Yes, the asphalt and cement are sold separately, so if you guys do like them, by all means, you can pick those up. I know, the new textures are great. Yeah, the gritty texture and the smooth surface, it gives it a really nice feel for sure. And you can see how much darker it's turning now that it's drying, which is kind of nice. Yep, you can absolutely color over the cement. This one is asphalt though, but yes, you absolutely can. And what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to pretend to make little lights throughout. I'm not going to do the whole thing because I want to get on with the next page, but I want to show you that you can take these guys. Sorry, I'm just cleaning off the tip. And I'm just going to do, come on, baby. I used so much of it that now it's, is it coming out? There we go. And I'm going to make little, like little lights, the city lights with the yellow, which is really, really fun. I'm going to lift it up in just a second so that you can see the little city lights. And you don't have to do it to all of them, but you can do it to some. Let me just lift it up so that you can see what I'm doing. Right? Just like that. So real, oh, is it freezing periodically? Oh. Anyway, so you guys get the idea on how to create the little city lights. So I'm going to put that off to the side, and that's it for that one. Was that fun? Actually, the other thing that I did, which it takes forever on camera, but I did the exact same thing, but I went around all of the, I did the dots all around the memories, travel, and discover. So you can certainly do that as well. But it's already 7:45. It's amazing how fast, you know, these shows go when you are having fun. So let me move this off to the side. And then what happened to my other two is what I would like to know. I don't know. That's okay. Anyway, let's make this guy. And so I'm just going to peel off this thing just so that you can see how it comes off. Come on, baby. There we go. Just like that. And what's really cool about it is that you can leave, you don't literally have to do anything to this. If you just create the background on here and then you just kind of put that down, it'll look pretty amazing. So let's do a fun grungy one. I don't remember what I did on here. Oh yeah, I kind of did this fun graffiti using the cement. So let's do that. And all I did is I grabbed a little bit of, this is red cherry, just like so. Love red cherry. And grabbed a little bit of water. And I kind of want it to be like it's been tagged and stained. So I'm just kind of moving it around. And taking another brush because I've got it. Just kind of moving it around. Just like that. Just playing as I go along, adding a little bit more. I love red. Like seriously, love it. My poor computer is now totally red, FYI. It's like it's sprayed Can you see it? I'm not sure if the camera's picking it up, but there's like red specks all over it. All right, just like that. And I am gonna go ahead and I'll grab a little bit of the black as well while it's wet. Just kind of go over the edges very, very lightly. This is Licorice Gelato double scoop. Okay. And just kind of letting out very softly because it's very, very pigmented. And just very, very softly playing with it, just like that. And kind of allowing the grunginess to kind of work itself through because it's still wet. So, but it creates a really fun. This poor thing is almost empty. Right? It's really grungy and fun. What's happening? Are you having issues with the chat? I know. The red and black is amazing, right? How fun is that? So I'm just kind of letting it soak in and kind of blend with each other before I manipulate it too much, because I feel like when it's a little bit more natural, it works out a little bit better. It's just kind of letting it be a little bit more graffiti-like. All right, just like so. And letting it sit for a second. Any questions so far as I asked? All right. And then I'm just going to go ahead and dry this up. There we go. How fun is that? I like how some pieces are a little bit darker than others. Can you see that? It's kind of nice, huh? Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. It's not totally completely dry, but that's okay. I'm just going to clean this off just a little bit. Maybe even my computer. My poor computer. It's so sad. All right, there we go. And next, what I want to do is I'm actually going to take Asphalt. And I used it a little bit differently in the other piece. But what I wanted to show you is how to color it, which is really, really fun. So there's a couple different ways, and let me show you what they are. So the first way to color it is, I have another little knife here because I don't know where the other one went. Let me just pop this out of here. All right, so this I'm just going to scoop out just like so. And one of the ways to do it is you could take, let's say, this blue paint. What do they call it? Texture gels. And you could, for sure, just put that in there because it's a gel. It'll stain it beautifully, which is really fun. Okay, you see that? Now it's blue. And when it dries, it'll be actually significantly darker. And if you really just want to make it a bit more dark or more texture, or just more gel-like, then just add a little bit more of that. And the other way to do it is, which is kind of my favorite way, but it really doesn't matter, is with the gelatos. So let's do it with this Squid Ink, I think. And I'm just going to take a little bit of Squid Ink. I'll clean this off on the rag. And if you just cut a little bit of Squid Ink, I forgot to close this earlier, and you take a palette knife and just squeeze, just like so. And then you scoop that out. You can literally go ahead and stain this whole thing, which is really great because it really stains it. Like it gets it as dark as, it's just like it's pure pigment, right? So I kind of like this way better, but it's really totally up to you how you like to use your mediums to be able to manipulate them. So okay, so that's that, and I'm going to take one of our numbers stencils. Let's see here. Actually, let's do letters just because we can. I'm going to take one of the stencils just like so, and we're going to take this guy. That's it. We need a little bit more, I'm thinking. Scoop some more up. And because there's so much pigment on there already, I can just go ahead and use what I already have. I don't think I need to squish any more gelato on there. You found the pop-up button? What do you need the pop-up button for? All right, there we go. And I'm just going to add randomness of the cement on here and lift. How fun is that? All right, so we'll go ahead and dry this up. Any questions? This is the cement. Did I call it asphalt? Sorry. This is the cement. There we go. Can you guys see all that texture? Whew, it's burning. See all that texture? It's beautiful. It's semi-dry. We'll kind of let it dry on its own, otherwise we're going to be here forever. Let me just clean this off so that I don't put my stuff on there. Just like that. What's really, really cool is you could go ahead and kind of paint around this whole thing so that you can just kind of see this popping through. Or what I did with this one, I actually put one of the bird stencils through. It kind of got squished, but what's really cool, right? So you can certainly do that, or just kind of leave it like so and outline it maybe with a white marker. But what would be really cool is, because we have some paint left over, what's cool is to be able to just kind of, let me just get some clean water here. And you could go ahead and just kind of use what you have and just kind of paint this and make it a little bit more opaque, and just kind of leave that glass shatter look, so this becomes a little bit more, it's not a see-through, right? See what I mean? And it's cool that these colors just kind of blend together. So And the lines that you see on here, you can certainly make them darker using a black marker or a white marker. I'm just kind of trying to leave them as much as possible. And as you can see on this plastic, they don't show up. These paints don't show up as the true color, which is actually kind of cool because you can create this particular effect, kind of like using a gel medium, I guess. So just like so. And almost done. It's already 7:58. I don't know if I'm gonna have time to do all of the sheets, but at least you're seeing how cool this kit is. I don't want to be here forever. I know we only have 1 hour. Right? So it just makes it so that that part is a bit more poppin', right? So that when you put it on here, that's kind of what pops through. Even though you can still see what's underneath, this is significantly brighter. And what I do like to do with this is take like a white pen, which I don't have right now, and outlining it a little bit more, and then it just really, really pops, right? So this is awesome. So we'll go ahead and just put that off to the side and let that dry. And I'm just going to quickly blow my nose. My poor cold. Like I was telling everybody earlier, I did not have a voice this last week. It was terrible. Like I've never been this sick in my life. All right. What are we doing next? Let's do, Noko, do we have time to do one more? I hope so. Just one. I know I'm running a little bit behind today. I apologize. Let's see if she says yes. Hopefully she says yes. I think I should just do it. Limor, let's be a rebel. Let's do one more page. Okay. Okay. And let's do this guy. It's a little bit stained on there. What I like to do, this one can be really, really simple. You can certainly just kind of paint with it, which for those of you that are just kind of, you know, learning and playing, this is perfect. Oh, oops. There we go. I'm just going to squeeze a little bit. And this is where you get to kind of use your brushes a little bit. But if you're into coloring, which is the latest craze, this is kind of your gig then, because you can literally take a bit of this paint and just kind of paint your scene, right? But you don't have to be as perfect as when you use a coloring book, right? So that's why they're kind of fun that way. Just have a little dish full of water for yourself, right? And then let's go ahead and use a little bit of the pink. I'm just going to put it on the side because I think it's easier. Just like that. There we go. Right? Can you guys see that? Right? So you're just there. It's like this paint is not super opaque, right? So you can do a couple, if you do a couple layers, it does get a little bit darker, as you can see, right? But it's very, very forgiving, especially for those of you that have never kind of done this before. It's really, really forgiving. So it's kind of nice. It's kind of definitely a gel-like texture. So a little bit different than probably, you know, regular acrylic paint, and that's totally okay. Oh, I put way too much water on this brush. So we'll just paint a little bit more on here. And then I will answer whatever questions that you guys may have, because I'll be able to look on the screen a little bit better. There you go. See the green on there now? How fun is that? It's like you have this fun little scene, and you don't have to be a total artist for this. So it's not as intimidating as, you know, some other stuff. So that's kind of fun, right? And what's cool is, do you guys remember that I taught you that you can make orange? So you could take a little bit of the yellow, a little bit of the pink, and kind of just mix that together right on there. And you've got some fun orange. And we're going to paint the street orange because we can. Have a little stain on there. The camera is not overly forgiving, so it's not showing up the colors very well, but I promise you it is there. We'll do a little bit of orange right here too. How fun is that? And I love that the cars are kind of already painted. So you have this fun little scene. And then if you really wanted to, what's really cool is, I mean, it'd probably be a little bit weird, but you could put like the little birds on there if you wanted to. Maybe a little bit of texture, right, with this stencil on the side. I kind of like it just like that. What would be fun is to put even one of these guys on there, like Adventure. Let's cut this up just for a sec, right? And you could totally just put Adventure right on the top. You could take your brush, and remember you could use this as your gel medium. How handy is this kit? And literally just apply it right there, right? Super easy and fun. So that, my friends, is it for today. So let me see if I can switch the camera here so that you can see my face. Oh, wrong screw. Wrong one. Sorry, I don't mean to shake it on you. I'm so sorry. Making you all really dizzy, and I apologize for that. So let's turn that around. And I will stop the recording here in a second. For those of you that stopped by, thank you so much. And for those of you that want questions answered, I will be sticking around.